Hey, Amelia.
Hey, Janine.
I'm going to check out a movie. Want to come?
Sure.
Welcome to this episode of Check Out Cinema, a podcast where two librarians check out movies and review them. Woohoo! Yay! I wanted to talk about some films that we've seen recently because I think it just gives us a little time to warm up, stretch out our movie legs.
Yeah, don't want to pull anything while we're recording.
No movie muscles to be harmed.
We're damaged in the making of this. Well, I saw Michael Clayton. I don't really want to talk about that.
There's no play here.
Not that it wasn't good, not that it was bad. I just don't have a whole lot to say. But I'd much rather discuss some of the films that Janine has seen recently because she has been knocking it out of the park.
So I've seen a mix of older films and some newer films this last 2 weeks. I'm just going to name off a few. I saw Superman, the new Superman in the movie theater. I saw the Blu-ray of Thelma and Louise. I saw Naked Gun 33 1/3, which I got on streaming. And I also saw The People's Joker, which I had the Blu-ray release.
Wow,
The People's Joker. And then last night I watched Jackie Brown, which was my favorite of all the movies that I saw this last 2 weeks.
I mean, like, what a hell, like, that is a lineup. You have been hitting the books.
Bouncing back and forth.
Yeah.
Just kind of experiencing the whole gamut of what cinema has to offer.
Wow, yeah.
Just need to throw like a Western in there.
Yeah, that's all you're missing. Well, I'll try and catch Eddington and then we'll have a Western.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's start with Superman, because it just came out. You've seen the Superman movie,
yes,
right?
saw Superman as well. Caught that in theaters. I'm usually so bad at catching new movies for no other reason than I can't get there.
And movies are expensive.
They're expensive and they don't stay in theaters long enough.
No, I have the unlimited movie pass thing for the theater chain here, and I guess it's worth it if you go to see the movie at least twice a month, which let me be real, I'm never doing that. Even though there's one right across from where we work, I'm never going to the movie theater. I want to, but the thing is, when you are married to somebody who also likes movies, it kind of becomes well, what if they want to see it? And then it's then I got to get them over here. And it's I know he would be okay if I watched the movie by myself, but it kind of becomes we're going to watch it together, right? I don't know.
It's when do you line up your schedules and everything? For me, it's just, I commit to too many things in a day, and then I can just never carve out the time to go see whatever new release is happening. I'm much better at getting to Central. I'm much better at getting to the independent theater here in town, Central Cinema. And that actually does remind me, I did just see In the Mood for Love earlier this week.
Oh my gosh, have you seen it before?
No, I had never seen it, and I own a Criterion box set of it.
Oh my God,
and I had never seen it.
Wait, what did you think?
Oh God, well, I walked out of there just in a daze.
I mean, it's so much to take in.
It was my big feeling, smooth, very easy on the eyes.
Oh yeah.
Everything's soft lighting, gorgeous faces, camera work, is so gentle. It slides you into every scene and you slide out of it. Felt like a dream. Watches like a romantic fantasy. And there was a point where I was sitting there watching the movie, I was like, how much of this is real? Can I really trust everything that I'm seeing? Outside of it being a masterclass in yearning, part of me was kind of wondering, is all of this real? Is this unrequited fantasy, all of it actually real, happening between these two characters, or is some of it just what they would imagine?
Yeah.
But I think that's a little out there, and that's kind of a stretch. And it is a lot nicer to choose to believe all of it is real, and that relationship is real, much more meaningful and significant for Tony Leung and Maggie Cheung than their actual marriages. And so it's so much nicer to believe that it's all real instead of some of it being a little bit of a daydream or a little bit of a fantasy.
I think you can still find the fantasy and daydream in it. I think maybe because all of the interactions are mundane in some ways, these little brief moments, just passing each other, on the way to go get noodles, all this kind of things. It's but one moment in this film becomes the longest mutual pining, brush with a lover type deal. It's so it is, a little kernel expanded into a fluffy piece of popcorn,
Yeah,
it kind of becomes like that, except with all that heat, but without the explosions.
Yeah. a kiss.
Yeah.
Not even a kiss. And that's what makes it like, oh, it was beautiful. But all of this, a little aside, a detour on our trip to Superman, just saying that I tend to make it out more to the independent picture house because those things, they're gone.
Yeah.
They're there and they're gone in the big theaters too, but there is, at least for me, an illusion of like, I could catch it on another day.
And you know it might come to the independent theater later if it's a good movie. It's a movie you'd actually want to see.
Yeah.
And then it's also kind of like, some of that stuff, it's like, do you want to give them your money, you know?
Yeah, do I want to gamble it? For me,
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know if I was going to gamble on Superman, but I went with a friend, and I'm really glad that I did.
Yeah. Actually, the first time I went to go see it, it was like on a whim after going out to go get some dinner. And I was like, oh, we're right next to the fancy movie theater out in Turkey Creek.
Oh.
Let's go catch it on IMAX.
Yeah.
And girl, I went to go to the counter and go get 2 tickets for IMAX. It's like $50.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like, what are we doing here? Like, I'm not gonna pay that much, like a whole meal's worth of money, like just to watch a movie. Like, I love the movies, don't get me wrong, but then I caught it later on a regular screening, which is a little disappointing because it is filmed for IMAX.
Is it really? I didn't pick up on
Apparently.
that. Dang.
At the end, the credits, it says filmed for IMAX.
Oh.
So I was kind of like, I like to see IMAX movies in IMAX format because I like to kind of respect the vision.
Yeah, sure.
Totally aside from that, by the way, speaking of IMAX and director's vision, did you see that they're already all sold out of the Odyssey?
Yes.
I didn't even know the tickets were on sale yet. I'd just seen the announcement, and then I was like, oh, I wonder when the tickets are going to go on sale. Gone.
Yeah.
All of them. It's
There's
like,
no hope.
did any of you leave thank you notes for the Projectionist like I did?
Actually, quick moment to brag. When Oppenheimer came out, Janine went to the IMAX theater in Nashville.
I went to the Opera Mills Mall, and I was so excited to see a film on 70 because I'd actually never seen a film on 70. Well, scratch that. I probably did when I was an ungrateful, snotty-nosed kid, and you don't know what you're seeing.
Yeah.
You know, whatever, when the magic of cinema was not quite there yet.
Yeah.
But first intentional screening of a 70mm film. And I was so happy that it was here in Tennessee because actually for that theater, they had to repair the projector. The projector was recently repaired. And they actually flew out a projectionist from like California.
Hey.
Yeah, I was like to say, like it was a whole production to have somebody here to project that film. I was so happy. I actually wrote a thank you note for the Projectionist, and I went up to the little customer service counter, and I was like, hey, I would really like to give this thank you card to the Projectionist. Can you pass it along for me? And the guy was like, you want to go say hi? I'm like,
Yeah.
oh boy, would I?
Yeah.
Yeah, so then I went into the Projectionist booth and I got to see the gigantic IMAX print. It was so cool. And talked to the Projectionist, and actually the Projectionist gave me a little strip of 70mm film, not of this feature.
He clipped it out of Oppenheimer. Like he clipped out the nuke, and so now you have it. So no.
Well, apparently they had like promotional clips, like little film frames. They were giving away like at the beginning, but I was a couple days into the screening, so didn't have it when so I guess he was like, oh, you should get something too. Here, have a couple of frames of an elephant film. Like a test film. It was like a test film on African elephants. Like, yeah, please.
That's cool.
And yeah, I also gave a thank you note when I went and saw Dune 2 on 70. But yeah, I didn't get to talk to Projectionist that time. That was fine. I just wanted to pass on a thank you note. So I hope I get to go see the Odyssey, or if I don't, you guys better bring a thank you note because I'm not going to be there.
Yeah, say thank you to the Projectionist because that shit is no joke.
Yeah, I mean...
you ungrateful.
It's like, I think... I can't remember all the numbers now. I'm sure one could look it up, but it was like miles of like worth of footage and like hundreds of pounds worth of film. Imagining working that projector is like...
Because like the platter is enormous. We're so good at this.
Yes.
I mean, like we're really good at like movie tangents.
Yes.
All of this, again, we're still going to get to Superman. Don't worry.
Yeah, don't worry. Superman is on the horizon.
Yeah.
I liked Superman. I thought it was very surprising. I really did not expect to see such strong political messaging in a mainstream film. And like political messaging that was not up for debate or like up for interpretation.
Yeah.
It was very clear what side of the issue the film was coming on.
You seemingly acting as a representative of
I
the
wasn't
United States
representing
will cause
anybody
more
except for me
problems around the world.
and doing good.
I would question myself in the same situation and consider the consequences.
People were going to die.
Not just that, but I didn't know much about the film going in. So I was kind of just like, I mean, I've seen all the others, the Superman movies from the 80s, which were fantastic. I did not finish Batman versus Superman, the one that came out a few years ago.
Oh, I didn't see that.
I was like, I think a movie has to be uniquely and truly terrible for it to be so bad that even someone like plastered drunk cannot finish it. Because I was like at home drunk, like it was like during COVID, when nothing was real, you know? And I was like, let's just get drunk and watch movies. And it was so bad that I couldn't even finish it. That's a truly terrible movie.
Save Martha! Why did you say that name?
So I was not expecting a lot out of this movie, but I was just so surprised. It was like really easy to get into. I really felt like the acting was well done. There was a good rapport between the actors. The only thing I had seen about the movie was that I had seen somebody complain about the dog.
You have a dog?
Yeah, about Crypto.
Yeah.
And they said like, oh, I think that the dog should have been cut out. And then I'm watching the movie and the dog is the film.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of like, what would you have cut out?
Yeah.
You would have had
Pretty
to redo the whole
essential,
movie.
yeah,
You had to
like-
redo the whole movie to get rid of the dog.
He's kind of the secret weapon
Yeah.
that like saves Superman's behind a bunch.
Yeah.
So yeah, it is just like a fun and enjoyable movie. And I like that it wasn't an origin. Oh, thank God. That was
Right.
the kindest thing that I think James Gunn could have ever, that James Gunn has ever done. That was the kindest thing, because he gave us Guardians of the Galaxy. So I think that there's some evil in that man, but it was extremely kind of him to not inundate us with another origin story.
And they told us everything we needed to know about his background,
Here
but
you go.
like in the good way, you know,
Yeah.
show, don't tell, that
They
kind
definitely
of thing.
did. I mean, starting it with just like a quick text scroll of, you know, what's going on, break it down, and then to introduce us to the Clark Kent. We spent a lot of time with Clark Kent, which is also really fun, because I love the idea of alter egos. And
There's that fun flirtiness between him and Lois, but you know,
like a workplace romance, like a workplace comedy. Like it had lots of elements of other tropes in film that wasn't just like so specific to a superhero movie.
and they were already together too, which I thought was very
yeah.
interesting. So not just
Well,
not
they
an
won't
origin,
they?
but
Yeah.
also they are already together, because everybody knows Superman and Lois Lane are together.
Yeah.
So the movie's kind of like, we don't need to do this
Yeah.
over again.
We've been here before, and frankly, it's kind of boring. If that's going to be the whole movie, I totally agree. It was very clear whose side we are on, whose side we should be on.
Yeah.
I really respect and admire that. Comics and like comic books are and have always been political.
Yeah, oh,
Inherently,
totally.
from the beginning, Superman is a golem.
Yeah.
Like, if you get into the origins and, you know, if you look back at, you know, who was in these comic houses, you know, making the things, I mean, they're all largely and extremely political.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
think,
Superman is an immigrant. He is literally an alien, and they nailed
They-
that
they
messaging
nailed
in there
that,
too.
yeah.
And even just beyond the political messaging too, I was really pleasantly surprised by the music in the film. There weren't a lot of like needle drops, which I appreciated, but they played a song that I remember putting onto like a burned CD for Daryl like 15 years ago, 5 years time, by Noah and the Whale, and they play it during the scene where Mr. Terrific, is that his name?
yeah.
Yeah, when they go
Cool
towards
guy.
the portal. Yeah, awesome guy. Very good, fun actor too. They go to like the black hole.
Yeah.
And it plays that like you know, like in a lot of superhero movies, and James Gunn especially, he loves a happy song during a battle.
Yeah.
You know, he loves that. But I was like, I have not heard that song in forever, and it's not a popular song. It's like an indie song, and so it made me really happy. Like, me personally, I was like, that one was for me. That part of the movie was for me.
That's my movie. Everybody close your eyes, close your ears. You don't need to see this. You don't deserve to hear this.
Yeah,
this is specifically for me.
Specifically for me.
Yeah, it was just good all around. I can't tell you how long it's been since I've had fun in a superhero movie. I liked the Batman movie. I thought that ruled, but I didn't have fun.
Agreed.
It's not fun.
This was a lot different.
This was
the tone
fun.
Was different. It was Batman movie was great. I liked that movie,
Yeah.
but yeah, totally different. So I enjoyed it. That was good to watch. Out of the other movies I saw, Naked Gun 33 1/3 was, it's a Naked Gun movie. They have a new one out.
Hysterical.
So,
cannot wait to see that. We will be seeing that. Don't worry.
I really want to see it. So I was going through all the Naked Gun movies. So when we watch The Naked Gun, which we can totally do, we can talk about all the other Naked Gun movies.
Gotham City is nothing but neon biker gangs, leather freaks, and cross-dressers. Is that what you want? Come home!
No, I won't, Mom. I'm gonna be a comedian.
I saw The People's Joker, which I got the Blu-ray of it, which is a really good Blu-ray. It has like a fun like DVD menu selection. It goes on for like an hour and a half. I think like the video that's just playing on the DVD movie selection screen. And The People's Joker, for me, like, I'm glad that the movie exists. I thought it was very interesting. I didn't think that it was as effective in terms of jokes. Like, they talk about like the anti-comedy.
Yeah.
So I think it's very much like that. I was glad that I watched it. And like I said, I think it's an important piece of art, but it wasn't really for me, but that's fine. A movie doesn't have to be for me. So.
No, because you got your piece in Superman.
Exactly.
Yeah, I remember seeing it in theaters. Laugh Riot. I had a really great audience.
Maybe that's the difference of seeing it with an audience.
People really showed up for it. It's so different, so completely unlike anything I had ever seen. With its like mixed media approach to the storytelling, to do mixed media like that in a film was really unique, and not necessarily that it was like jarring in any way, but it did kind of surprise me, the sensibilities. But I thought all the comedy was pretty like pitch perfect. I was surprised by how much I laughed and how much and also like very touching, like the sincere emotional core of this feeling of, if I can remember the exact words that she uses, is I felt like every day I would have to wake up and create myself from scratch. Like that did for me, a really great job of, offering some insight and some explanation into what it means to be, or at least for her, what it means to be a trans woman. Yeah. And I thought that was pretty invaluable in a film. I had never experienced that. So I felt like I learned a lot and I gained a lot of empathy.
Yeah, I can see that. I think maybe the big difference is that it is a film you have to see with other people. I think for me, I was just kind of watching it and I felt like, I could see the emotion in it. Like, I liked those parts. I liked the genuine parts. I think it was the rest of the movie that I didn't really just click with me. Like, I felt like a lot of the humor felt like very, like, YouTube-y to me.
Yeah. It's very Tim and Eric. And some of it kind of like the more difficult, cringy stuff. I think like Smiling Friends and, I Think You Should Leave. And sometimes Nathan For You, sometimes the comedy in that can be a lot to digest. Yeah.
But I think, like I said, the movie, I'm glad that it exists. And I like that it was able to be released despite all the copyright issues. I think that's why I bought the Blu-ray. Yeah. That is literally why I did, was to support the creation of that. Yeah. So, I'm glad I got to see it.
You ready? Did it. I know it's crazy. I just feel like I got a knack for this shit. I believe you did. God like hell.
I also saw, we talked about Thelma and Louise, which is like, you could talk forever about that. I had never seen it before, loved it. I think the first like 3/4 of the movie is really, really strong. I think right around the part where they track down the guy who's been like harassing them, from the semi, like, and they blow up his truck, you know.
Oh, Jesus.
I bet you even called us beavers on your CB radio, didn't you?
Yeah, sure did.
Damn, I hate that. I hate being called a beaver, don't you?
You gonna apologize or what?
Fuck you.
I was kind of like I feel like we're kind of jumping the shark a little bit here in this film in the context. It felt like to me it was kind of like, I feel like we kind of lost control of everything, but then again, they've lost control of everything.
It was a nice, they've lost control. It's them trying to exert some control. Because I haven't seen it in a while, and I saw it with a girlfriend too. Maybe that's the thing. You need to see that with like one of your nearest and dearest
Oh, I mean,
girls.
I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. I just feel like at that part, I was kind of like, I felt like you could be grounded in reality for most of it. It felt like all the stakes were really high, like really real. And then you get to that part where it feels cartoonish, because like the guy, he sexually harassed them on the road, and he's like, you know, hooting and hollering, basically thinks he's gonna get lucky, like when he pulls over. He feels too cartoonish.
Yeah.
I think that's what pulled me out of it, is like, this feels like a comedy bit right now, and not something that's like serious, you know? Plus, then they like just managed to blow up his truck by shooting it.
I actually...
Everything else was really good. So that part pulled me out of it a little bit. But then we get back to like the ending, which is just so great. Like two friends throw everything away for each other.
Yeah.
Like that is, you can't get more ride or die than that.
Okay, then listen. Let's not get caught.
What are you talking about?
Let's keep going.
What do you mean?
Go.
You sure?
Yeah. Get it.
I also really enjoyed getting to see like two older women, you know, on screen, on display, beautiful, gorgeous, desirable, all of those kind of things. There's a lot of really funny moments in the film. You can really feel the frustration between the two women, and like, I think any woman who's been friends with another woman like really can relate to those moments where you can tell your friend who you'd do anything for is consistently putting other people, like other men, in front of you, like, you know, ahead of you, ahead of themselves, at the risk and danger for themselves. You can feel that frustration. It's, you know, but then at the end, it's like, you'd still do anything for them. And they'd still do anything for you.
And they would still, because it's like, you definitely just said it, how it's like, when you're that friend and you watch your friend put and value a man before you as the friend, you touched on it, they're putting it before themselves. Or they're putting him before themselves. So it's knowing that it's not really about you. It's that your friend is struggling with perhaps maybe their own feelings of self-worth and confidence and esteem, and that they're not just selling you short in the friendship, they're selling themselves short. So it's really, for this man not here, I know my girl would have my back the same way that I have hers. But
and that's how Louise is basically the whole time with Thelma, because Thelma has been lost in this loveless relationship, and she needs to find herself, and she's doing that at the cost of her friendship. But Louise is a good enough friend that she forgives her over and over again. Because also, at this point, she's already all in, because she's already killed somebody for her friends. So you're not about to be like, actually, that wasn't worth it.
I draw the line here.
It's like at that point, you've already made it clear where you stand. No, I really enjoyed it. And then speaking of how great it is to see like an older woman on the screen, Jackie Brown.
Okay, I'm so glad we're going to talk about this.
Jackie Brown was so good. That is
we need like our own episode on Jackie Brown, honest to God.
Oh, we probably should.
We probably should. So this is, you're getting a sneak peek. I point to the microphone. All of you, you're getting a sneak peek.
Coming soon to theaters.
So it's a Quentin Tarantino film. It is just incredible. I've heard people call Jackie Brown a Tarantino film for people that don't like Tarantino. But honestly, I think it's better than any
It's so much
Tarantino
more.
film I've seen.
Absolutely. I will go on record. It's so much more than a Tarantino movie. It's a Pam Grier movie.
Yeah.
It's a Robert Forster movie. It's a Sam Jackson movie. It's a De Niro movie. It's a Bridget Fonda movie. It's like, it's all of their movie first.
And
Actually, it's
Tarantino-
Elmore Leonard's adaptation first. Then it's all their movie. And then way down at the bottom, it's
With the feet.
With the feet.
Down at the bottom with the
Way
feet.
down
There's
at the bottom with the
Tarantino.
feet. There's Tarantino. Yeah.
The feet and then also the trunk shot. That's Tarantino.
Yeah, that's
Everything
him.
else is them.
Everything else is, it's all them. They create, and they have brought a fantastic piece of literature to life.
It was just so good. So many things to be said, and I'm looking forward to reading the book because I did not know it was based on a book, but it's just a beautiful film. I really enjoyed that. We don't need to get too much into it because I think it would be worth
It really,
discussing.
yeah.
Yeah,
So good.
especially if I read the book because you've read it already.
I actually have not read the book yet.
Oh, well then. we
I've
can have a
read
book
other
club.
Elmore Leonards, but it's never at the library when I want to check it out. Rum Punch. The novel is Rum Punch. Rum Punch.
And I think that about does
I think
it
that
for the
catches
movies
us up.
that
Yeah.
I've seen, or at least the ones worth talking about.
Found a bigger